Right, Matthew, 12 weeks are over. How much weight have you lost in 12 weeks?
3.7 stone, 24 kilos, I think.
Which is how many pounds? 24 kilos. Do you know what that is in pounds?
56 pounds, is that right?
53.
53.
That is unbelievable in 12 weeks.
Yeah.
That is incredible. So Matt, look, what I'd like to do, if it's cool with you, is just very quickly talk about, your experience while you were on the program and, how you felt before jumping on board, how you felt the program, what was it about the program that helped you the most? And then, obviously how you're feeling now after 12 weeks. So if we rewind 12 weeks, what was happening in your life? Like, how were you feeling?
So 12 weeks ago was a point in my life where I felt like something needed to change. I was in a relationship where things were not so great. And I think that made me go into a downward spiral. And I knew if I didn't do something about it, when I contacted you that day, that there'd be potential for not only physical health issues, but maybe mental health issues down the line. Not only was I looking to change not only the way I look, but my mindset as well. Basically, I'm so glad I did. I've never looked backwards since the day I started this program. It's helped me out so much. My relationship was still going during the process of this program. Which unfortunately ended. However, it was only for the fact that this program was happening that I've been able to focus. The program, which I've liked so much, is not so much being told what to do by somebody, but more being educated and just basically, steered in the right direction, which is the best thing about this, the fact that you don't put any pressure on me. You haven't told me to do anything. And you've worked the whole time with me, asking me how each week has gone. And to be honest, I found it really easy to stick to. I've enjoyed it. It's given me something to look forward to doing every day for the last 12 weeks. I am proud of who I've become, and people have noticed that. People have noticed the change in my the way I approach things, the way I talk to people. And then, of course, they've noticed that I've shredded loads of weight. Even my closest friends who Nick, Jason, and Cole, they were absolutely gobsmacked when they saw me. And I've known them as long as you've known them, and that's 20 plus years now. So for my closest of friends to see me having shredded that amount of weight, they were really impressed. And I think they was also, they couldn't believe that psychologically how strong I was, even though I was going through a breakup and potentially losing custody of my child. They just couldn't believe how I could still be so positive.
And resilient, right, as well.
That's right.
Resilient you've become. Yeah, look, obviously, people that don't know, you and I are really close friends. And I've always been a bit careful about, you know, working with friends, because I know that sometimes a relationship can be a bit tricky. And this is why when we had that conversation and I saw that you really wanted to change, essentially, that I said to you that, you know, when we're having our coaching calls, I'm going to put my coach hat on. I'm still your friend, of course. And I was surprised. I was really surprised how well it went. Really surprised. So Matt, let me just ask you, what was it about the actual program itself, like throughout the last 12 weeks, that you found to be really, really helpful?
The program made me aware of when I do actually have spare time. I mean, I thought I was so busy, it was impossible. When could I possibly even think about starting doing any of this? And, you know, the program, you know, highlighted that there is so much spare time available. And even more to come, even more spare time. The program at the beginning was trial and error, you know, what worked for me and what didn't work for me. And, you know, only within just a short space of 2 weeks, it becomes quite clear what does work and what doesn't work. And so when we found that thing that did work, we just stuck to that the whole way through. And then the learning about macronutrients, different types of food, what type of food I can eat, where I can have more protein but less fat, or, you know, certain carbs, what foods that I need to eat to focus on healthy fat, carbs, and protein. So the program really, really made me learn those things, as well as learning how to monitor the amount of calories that I'm taking in a day, keeping track on it, and then realizing what foods like pizza and curry and beer that I used to eat regularly has in it, and how silly I was to even thought about eating them things.
Yeah, but listen, if someone isn't aware, and this is the thing, the program can be as educational as someone wants it to be. I tend not to overwhelm people too much with the why and the what and everything else.
That's right.
But it's there if people want to learn. And as you know, throughout the 12 weeks, you know, like, do you remember how little exercise and how little guidance you had on nutrition at the start? There wasn't that much, was it? Did you have 2 sessions a week for like 20 minutes at home workouts?
Yeah, I don't even think it was 20. I think it was more like 15 minutes.
15, wasn't it? Yeah. And what about things like support and accountability? Do you think that helped as well?
Without doubt, yeah. With the help of you, there was, I wouldn't say I needed someone there to fall back on, because I don't think that's what the program is. It's not you're not telling me to do this, to do that, to run every day, to go up the gym every day. There was none of that. In fact, you know, the majority, the whole thing was done from home without going to the gym. There was a few times where I did get out on the bike and a few times where I did go for a walk, but although I did it myself, but without you there wouldn't have been so much of a target, I think. You know?
Accountability, isn't it?
Yeah.
And when I speak to, you know, a lot of my clients that complete the level 1, they all say the same thing. It's the support and the accountability, the whole, like having someone that you've said to me, I'm going to do X, Y, Z this week, and I'm going to, you know, drink this much and eat this much.
Yeah.
And it's massive. And I've always told people, I've had coaches all my life for different things, because mainly for the obviously knowledge and accountability. And just, you know, if you don't mind kind of just touching on it, I know you went through, or you're going through a really tough time in your life right now. Having that program to follow, do you feel that it was something that you were able to kind of anchor yourself to and at least follow and feel that you had control over something in your life that was moving in the right direction?
100%. Yeah, during that time of really hard time in my life, yeah, it was the only thing that I felt that I had control of. It wrecked my work schedule, wrecked my life in the respect of not being able to see my son anymore for a short period of time. But you know, when your son's taken away from you like that, what are you left with? And I think a lot of people wouldn't be left with a lot. But with the program, there was that one thing that I could really knuckle down, concentrate, focus on. And I knew it was all going to be for good reason, to keep me going, keep me positive, keep my sanity. And I know everything in time will be fine, but I just couldn't let those things interfere with how well I'd done with only such a short amount of time left to ruin my progress. And so without a program, I dread to think what I might have been like during those hard times. Definitely. You know, it's been able to take my mind off of it. And that's the best thing about it, really, I think.
Yeah, Matt, look, like complete hats off to you, because I know you were going through a really, really difficult time in your life, but you managed to knuckle down and you managed to, as you said, you know, keep your sanity and at least feel that there was an area in your life where you were moving forwards, you had full control over. And, you know, it was that distraction and something you could actually feel that you were progressing in. So, you know, hats off to you for doing that. So look, let's fast forward 12 weeks. You've lost 24 kilos, 53 pounds lighter. You've lost 10 centimeters off your waist. How are you feeling? How's that affected your life?
Well, I am feeling great. Like, despite all the things, you know, if I just put that aside for 1 second, and if I just imagine that didn't happen, the change it's not just the change in my appearance by the weight loss. It is the change in as I mentioned to you before, like I could feel my skin improving, my hair, the whites around my eyes getting whiter again. The wrinkles even in my face were so deep, and they aren't anymore. So, you know, I looked 5 years older than what I do now. And then there's more energy. I get up every day ready to tackle the day, excited to tackle the day. Instead of getting up and being, oh, God, God. I get up now, it's like, I'm ready to go to work. Let's do this. Like, and anything in life, I'm ready to tackle anything in life. It's not just work. And again, that was what this program has helped me do, is tackle this really bad time during my life. And it's just, you know, I've been able to do it so easily. The weight loss, there isn't a single item in my wardrobe that fits me right now. Yeah. All my belts, the holes are like, I need to make new holes. I'm just excited to go shopping and buy some new clothes that, you know, that I'm going to look good in.
I wouldn't hold your horses a little bit, because we haven't stopped yet. Yeah. Don't make that mistake twice. Yeah. No, Matt, listen, on a serious note, I am so proud from what you've achieved. I really am, and I really mean that. And I know that this isn't the end, but what you've achieved in 12 weeks, given what's happened, is incredible. And you should give yourself a massive pat on the back. So listen, I'm really proud, mate. And you know, let's continue to push forwards, and the future's bright.
Definitely. 100%.